if I will PayPal you $50 if right now you take off your shoe and your socks and you suck on your own toe for 10 seconds on camera.
Done.
What's up? Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, are we going? Okay. Yo, what is up? It's Pete Manzanelli. We are here. It's the Week 5 edition of ManzMaker. We have a truly prestigious guest on tap, Ryan Hodges from the Flower Hour podcast. But before we can jump into that and before we can get into the news, I actually have a quick little announcement. I have mentioned this on a few of my variety of social media platforms, but I am going to be in Pittsburgh this Friday and Saturday for the King of the Hill 2 tournament on Poker Nights in America. We got Philly Hellmuth, we got Tonkas, we got Olivier Bousquet, we got Sean Deebs, and Manz is gonna be there, sideline reporting, doing my best Sergio Dip, dude. I'm our generation Sergio Dip. I'll be asking the tough questions. You can tune in live on twitch.tv/PokerNightTV. I'll include the link below. Come in, hop in the chat, watch Manz stir up some trouble. We're gonna be having a lot of fun there. Gonna get Philly Hellmuth on tilt before he even plays. It's gonna be a great time. Check it out. Okay, time for some news and booze. I've actually been inspired, dude. My bro Evan Silva's, dude, I see him on the Swolecast, dude. He's exchanged his bottle, his jug of waters, dude, for a stemless wine glass. I hope the industry follows suit. It's kind of like Silva Insurance with your drink. You want the Silva Insurance with your pick. You also want the Silva Insurance with your drink. Hence why the man's going with the stemless wine glass. All right, so we have big news in the world of daily fantasy sports. And this is news that involves our dear friends over at the site FantasyLabs. They have been acquired by an organization called the Chernin Group. It's a name that sounds like a collective you'd hear demanding a ransom in a 90s movie, but I've been told they're legit. Anyways, FantasyLabs investor Mark Cuban's seemed very pleased about the deal. And the whole situation got me thinking, okay? Mark Cuban's from the Shark Tank, signs on to invest in FantasyLabs. Man should have someone on the Shark Tank that he partners with to grow and prosper the show. And so, today, I am proud to announce that the Manz has made a deal with Lori Greiners. You know her as the queen of the QVC. We will be working together to grow the Manz brand, and of course, you will now be able to purchase your Manz tanks on the QVC when you're late at night, getting stoned, getting drunk, crying, and watching infomercials. Dude, the Manz will be there with Lori, so please shower us with your congratulations on Twitter, and I will either fave and perhaps even respond to your outpouring of affection. Thank you. All right, now it is time for Pete's Tweet of the Week that brings the heat. This one comes from our dear friend, Mr. Tuttles05. You guys know him from the Swolecast. He had 150 J.D. McKissic's lineups on this week's primetime slate, and it brought tears to my eyes. Seriously, when I saw this, I was crying tears of joy. This is the same man who shares an incredible amount of solidarities with the Manz and our love for Aaron Ripkowski's, as you guys might remember.
But it's Aaron Ripkowski.
He's a man that is not afraid to sprinkle a fullback or an off-the-board play into his lineups. So cheers to you, Mr. Tuttles. Congratulations. Glad to see you getting paid and getting laid with a J.D. McKissic's onslaught. All right, let's now get to our guest, Ryan Hodges. Okay, dudes, I am now joined by a truly prestigious guest. You know him from the Flower Hour podcast. He's an analyst on the site 4x4. He's a man I've seen do unthinkable things in Las Vegas. Ryan Hodges, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me on, dude.
Of course, dude. I've had your colleague, Johnny Proctor's on during the preseasons, but now we needed to round out the Flower Hour and get Mr. Hodges on.
Yes, sir. Maybe get Scott Barrett on here for old time's sake.
That's right, dude. We gotta get the OG on. Well, first of all, I have to ask. So I was looking at your Twitter profile, and you have these beautiful long luscious locks, and then I hop on this show with you and you're looking clean cut. Are you trying to catfish the internet, bro? I'm just like, what's going on with that Avi?
You got to keep people on their toes, man. I don't want to run into people and have them recognize me in the street. I got to keep a low profile.
That's right, dude. This guy's a liar. He's presenting himself as some like loose hippie type, DFS skater dude on Twitter, and then he's actually just like all business dude trying to, I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't. You know what, man? Yeah, I guess maybe I'll have to update that profile pic and let the world know really what's up with the business cash that goes on, less of the skater DFS dude that you see.
Well, I'll tell you what wasn't business cash is you and I, we actually hung out together, mans to mans, face to face in Las Vegas a few weeks ago. We were out there drafting high stakes fantasy football teams, and you did something so unthinkable, so what stays in Vegas, that I was truly shocked, and it actually surfaced in a photo this week. I was actually trying to plan to blackmail you with this photo, but you leaked it. And just trust, as we're talking about this, I'll be showing this photo on the screen. Can you explain to people what occurred in this moment?
Yeah, to keep it short, basically walking down the strip, double fisting some PBRs, go by a couple of the those guys who pose for photos, Chippendale dancers, and prop bet arises, $100 to lick another dude's nipple, and 10 seconds later I got $100 in my pocket and we're getting in and out, baby.
That's right, dude. You were, you paid up on it. I mean, I guess I'll ask the question everyone's asking: how did it taste? Was it delicious? Was it supple? What are we talking here?
It was succulent, but I think you can attest to, for about 30 minutes after that, man, I was like spitting every other 4 minutes. Just like I had this very weird taste in my mouth, unlike anything I've ever tasted before.
Okay. I just kind of want to feel you out here. Are you someone that's up to take these kind of prop bets in the moment to make a quick buck? Because I might have one for you right now. Just saying.
I love a good prop bet. What's going on, man? Lay it on me.
All right, dude. Oh, okay. Let's reprise the theme. I'll tell you right now, I will immediately following this show, if I will PayPal you $50 if right now you take off your shoe and your socks and you suck on your own toe for 10 seconds on camera.
Done.
All right, here we go, folks. I promise you this was not planned. I was going to spring this on him. All right, I'm going to have to get a little stopwatch out.
Tell me. Oh, I don't even know if I can get my toe up that high.
Uh-oh, dude. You haven't been doing your yoga stretches?
No.
All right, I'll give you all right, 3, 2, 1, go. Here it is, folks. We have Ryan Hodges sucking on his own toe. As if the male nipples, you got 1 second, done. You got it, dude. You did it. All right, you got $50 coming your way in your PayPal. This guy will do anything, folks. If you guys have a weird fetish, I'm telling you right now, PayPal this guy some money and he will perform for you for money, dude. It's been proven. Yeah, wash that down with some Miller High Life.
Oh, all right,
dude. There you go. Quick $50. Who said that this show doesn't pay? Who said this show doesn't pay? All right.
I just got paid.
I'm talking to my producer right now, and he's like, dude, you have to talk about some DFS. He's like, this show is completely off the rails. You have to talk about DFS. Okay, so let's talk about the Week 5 slate. Who's the guy right now that you don't want to build a lineup without?
Carlos Hyde.
Carlos Hyde. Okay, we're not worried about the injury.
No, everything checks out right now. I've been monitoring the reports that are coming out for him, and things are looking good. His usage last week was great. He's on the injury report is probable. Seeing a ton of goal line touches. He's actually second highest in the league for goal line touches, tied with Gurley and right behind Bell. So I think he finds the end zone this week, and I really like the matchup against Indianapolis.
Haven't the Colts been decent against the run?
No, according to 4for4.com, they are 25th worst when it comes to adjusted fantasy points allowed.
Okay, I guess I need to retabulate my numbers. Something got lost in my spreadsheets. Apparently, I thought they were bad. Okay, so there's the play. Carlos Hyde, you jamming him everywhere? Cash, GPPs?
Yeah, pretty much, except for I think maybe in like 20 max, I think I could lower my exposure to him on just a little bit, just because he's really close to Leonard Fournette. But yeah, he's a cash game play for sure.
What about Pick'em? Are you playing Carlos Hyde in Pick'em?
I don't even know if he's on the tier, bro. I stay away from that stuff.
You're not touching Pick'em?
Oh, man, I played Pick'em early on. I think there's a good edge in like some of the 50-50 stuff, just because you get guys who are super hungover just like jamming stuff in. I don't even know if he's on the tier. Like, is he a play in one of the pick'em tiers?
I don't know, dude. I haven't looked.
Yeah. If he's there, yeah, absolutely. But I have no idea if he's even in one of those tiers.
That should be, if as the DFS sites continue to struggle, that should kind of be one of their new kind of commercial mottos is, dude, you guys come on here and you play against all the dudes that are super hungover, just smashing buttons on their phone on Sunday morning. I feel like that would bring in more people.
Dude, that's when I enter the most games, man. Like, I know a lot of people post, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays in their head-to-heads. I'm just trying to post as much as I can from like Saturday night on. Like, I'll even stay up like 1 a.m. and post head-to-heads like as late as I can in the morning, just trying to catch some drunks.
Dude, I will give you credits. You, more than any other DFS personality, I see you out there in the street saying, send me a head-to-head, send me a contest. Dude, you are always ready to go heads up for rolls with anyone who's talking shit. I like that about you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good players out there. Look, I'm not trying to go heads up with Tommy G or Peter Jennings or Dinkmeyer or anything like that, but some of these other guys are selling lineups or running their mouth on Twitter. Put your money where your mouth is, man. Send me a 530, 215. You want to play for $1,000? Let's go.
All right, dude. You kind of sounded like an IRS agent there talking about like tax forms. Send me a 530. We got a 1080. We got to make sure we're tax compliant. No, okay, that's good, dude. So you heard him. What's your handle on DK if people want to send you one of these 530s you're talking about?
Rotohobo, Rotohobo.
There you go, back with this image of being this loose hippie hobo, dude. Really, your name should be Clean Cut DFS Grinder for 4 for 4 in the Power Hour pod. Okay. All right. Let's now move on to my hit segment, Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Mr. Hodges, what is your premier stack for week 5?
I'm really loving any of the Cowboys wide receivers against the horrible Green Bay secondary. So for me, I really like to stack Dak and Dez Bryant.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like Dez is definitely the obvious one. But what do you do with the other triumvirates of Cole Beasley, Bryce Butlers, and Terrence Williams? Are we fucking with those guys?
I'd probably fade Beasley. He's going to line up against Burnett in the slot. Burnett's actually not a bad secondary. So I would look to go with Williams, who's going to line up against King or rotate against Randall, depending on where they move Dez around. So you could go Dak to Williams if you want to. I think Dez is the obvious one.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was on a previous show. I can't even remember. We were saying that Terrence Williams has to be the most boring play in all of fantasy, but it's sounding like there might be some in a little game stack action here.
Absolutely. This game should shoot out. You're looking at an over-under that's pushing 50, and you have two pretty bad secondaries. I know Scandrick is okay, but like this game should shoot out for sure.
Okay, and we were talking about the Cowboys, so it just reminded me. I've been checking out your guys' Flower Hour podcast, very good podcast. Look it up. We'll post the link in the show notes. Good stuff from this guy and Mr. Proctor's. But there's something that you do on this podcast that is just so incredibly offensive to me, Mr. Hodges. Do you know what this is?
I don't. Enlighten me.
What? Can you say the name Ezekiel Elliott's? What do you call him?
It's Zeekey, Zeke, baby.
Dude, will you please stop calling him Zeke, dude? It sounds like he's like a little baby that you're nursing. You're just like, my little baby Zeke. I'm going to get him into my cash games. It drives me. Dude, every time I hear Zeke, dude, I want to just punch a hole through the drywall, dude. What is going on?
I mean, Zeke's also a lock this week. He's a little expensive, but he's a hands-down fantastic running back play.
Everyone, if you're watching, please at Ryan Hodges on Twitter and tell him, for the love of God, to stop saying Zeke. Okay. All right. It is now time for me to propose a little challenge I like to call the 69 Challenge. I trust that you are aware of it. Will you be accepting?
Yeah, absolutely. This is my favorite number all time. Hands down, you can't lose. Like, you cannot win right now. Like, I can't lose the 69 challenge against you. This is my number.
Yeah, so, like, we'll just run this down. So we've done it week 5. I did it in the preseason, so this will be the 6th week. And I started out really slow. I was 0-3. Then crushed CSU Rams. Then I narrowly lost to Dink Pieces last week by 7 points. That's after throwing out my 3. So just know you're coming at a dude that's on a little bit of a heater right now.
I'm not worried about it, dude. This is my number. This is my domain. I got this.
All right, dude. Yeah, he's a big fan of this 69, dude. But you're coming into the Manz's house. I'm feeling hot. And what happens is I ask you about the plays you like, and then I leverage those against you in my contest. So just be ready to be outthought, outwitted, outmans, dude.
Oh, dude, I've been giving you tier 3 plays just knowing ahead of time for this challenge.
Okay,
Don't even
dude.
worry about it,
All
baby.
right, dude. I guess I'll have to hack into your guys' Slack chat, make sure I get the real info. Speaking of which, tell people where they can find you online. You guys got lots of good stuff going over there. I see you running deals. You're going door to door selling subscriptions. What's going on?
Yeah, powerhourpod.com, betterly known as Flower Hour Pod. You can check us out there. $50 for the rest of the year. You get a Slack chat, you get my projections, you get a cheat sheet. John Proctor does a rundown, and then you can find my work over at 4for4.com as well. Probably some of the best projections in the industry over there.
I will say, definitely you can buy it for $50. I feel like when you had the $69 promotion, that was really the time to get in. So my recommendation would be to get the 50 and donate 19 on top, just so you're paying this true $69 value price.
Yeah, there's actually a $19 sales tax that gets added onto it just to make it $69, so everyone feels like they're where they need to be.
Excellent, dude. Well, Ryan Hodges, thank you for coming on the program, dude. You're $50 richer. I hope your toe tastes super good, dude. As always, for everybody, make sure you get paid and get laid, and follow Ryan Hodges and his good works on Twitter. Peace. All right, thank you to Ryan Hodges. Hop on Twitter. Send him toe emojis, and also to stop saying Zeke. Those two things. No more Zeke, and then toe emojis. Let's all rally together and thank our guest, Ryan Hodges. Okay, let's get to a few other housekeeping things, all right? The Manz GP Pete this week is a 35 Manz contest. Every week we're going a little bigger. We started, I think, down at 12. We're up to 35. We're just going to keep growing. This one, I believe, at time of this recording, only had 10 or so spots left. I will post the link below. You need to hop in this. And this is why. I'm announcing here. So there's the way this works is we have the weekly contest, but then there's an overall leaderboards for the entire season. So I'm going to do a few things. If you are the overall winner, and DraftKings has some points formula that they use to determine this, you can check the link within the contest. I will be giving you a Manz prize package. It will include money, it will include gifts, it will include a lot of things that will help you become like Manz. So that's incentive to play every week. Also, for all the weekly winners, I will host a free roll Manz tournament GPP in week 17. Anyone who's won previously or any of the weeks going forward will be eligible. And I'm just telling you now, try to win early because these tournaments are going to keep getting bigger and bigger. We're going to cap it at 200. I don't even think the DraftKings system will let you make a tournament that's bigger than 200. So if you are a winner, you are going to be eligible for a Week 17 GPP. You pay no money, and the Manz is going to put up all the prizes. More details on that as we progress. Just make sure that you're playing every week and crushing. Link in the show notes and the comments. All right. Lastly, we have our Manz Fans of the Week. And now let me say this. Heading into this show, heading into today, I wasn't sure who it was going to be, okay? We've had a lot of great Manz fans, and I've honored them. But today I was kind of like, I don't know. No one's jumping out at me. So I put a little call out on Twitter, and I said, who deserves to be the Manz Fans of the Week? And let me tell you, there was an outpouring of interest. These Manz fans combing out of the weeds looking for the credit that they deserve on this program. I'm not gonna lie, it was a hard decision, okay? We had new guys, we had like Tommy Yoon chopping out. He was like, I'm Asian, dude, pick me, I'm Asian, which I considered it. I need a little bit more, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, like affirmative actions, we need to up our diversity on this program, but I need just a little bit more reasoning to pick you. And then on top of it, we had former Manz contest winners coming out of the woodwork saying they wanted the two-peat. They wanted a two-peat Manz Fans of the Week. And I was like, whoa, this is unprecedented. But ultimately, who we are giving the Manz Fans of the Week to is someone familiar to the Manz GPP contest because he won it all in week 4. That's right, it's our dear friend Half Hugs. You are the Manz Fans of the Week. You told us that you won it while wearing a sleeveless jean jacket, not unlike the one I'm wearing right now. So you, my friend, deserve it. Thank you for joining the Manz family. Thank you for joining the Manz Fans Hall of Fame. And we look forward to seeing you defend your crown in week 5 in the Manz Fans GPP. All right, that is it. As I said, check me out on poker nights in America this weekend. Hop in the chat, dude. Throw out some man's questions. Want to see your love. I'll try to get to shout you out. Again, that is twitch.tv/PokerNightTV on Fridays and Saturday nights. Dude, I'm going to be out there hanging with Philly Hellmuse. Let's give him hell. It's going to be a great time. Also, be sure to subscribe below. It's just right below. Just subscribe, dude. You'll get the notifications of when I go on. It'll be beautiful. All right? And follow me on Twitter, dude. I'm dropping knowledge. I'm sharing Aaron Ripkowski's videos. I'm sharing 69 chicken cutlets. It's a great time. Follow me on Twitter. Thank you all for tuning in for another editions of ManzMaker. We will see you guys next week. Get paid. Get late.